Alright guys, so we're back from round one, and we won the die roll, and I think we want to play first. There might be an argument against not playing first here, but considering our deck is so grindy, we would not like to mulligan. This hand's fine. I'm just going to play this Forgotten Cave, and F6 our turn. Alright, so we'll pass the turn again, and depending on what he does, we might cycle the Spark Spray. Makes me not want to cycle the Spark Spray. I don't, he'd have to get pretty aggressive for him to just switch the power and toughness while attacking. But the fact that that's a possibility makes me want to possibly hold on to pull out to the Spark Spray. Here, I think I'm just going to play at the Gust Cloak Carrier. Yeah, we'll see what our opponent's on Green-Blue Madness, and maybe they took advantage of the insane amount of green cards. Okay, well that's pretty good. Fortunately, we have a Parallax Wave, which is going to be pretty sweet, because this is when the creature dies. So we basically just get to get rid of the creature for a couple turns. Smash in. We don't have a ton of pressure on our opponent, which is something to consider, but that's alright. Hopefully by the time the Aquamoeba comes back into play, we'll have another... I mean, our deck is basically just a million removal spells, so... I'm going to do it now. He doesn't have mana for Circular Logic or anything, so unless he's going to force us, you know. And I'm trying to think of whether we should just do it now. Yeah, we'll just do it now. And we will go to attacks. It's pretty sweet. I'm a big fan of Parallax Wave. I have it in my my Hannah Ship's Navigator EDH deck. And I even have the Opalescence combo, but I try not to do it because, you know, that makes you a jerk. Curse and Devorian's pretty good against us, against our current board. Let's see, what would we like to do? Well, Curse and Devorian is going to kill our Gust Cloak guy. So what do we want to do here? Do some cycling. I mean, I think we cycle the Chartooth Cougar. We get a mountain. And then I think probably our best bet is just we're going to have to end up Parallax Waving this Curse and Devorian so it doesn't kill our Gust Cloak. And if that's the case, then it might be better to just play Mistmoon Griffin to just put more pressure on the board. But I'm not sure. I think we gotta ensure that we hit our land drops though. So let's mountain cycle this. And it also makes it more attractive because Mistmoon Griffin, when it dies, would return the Chartooth Cougar, which is something that's pretty cool. We'll just attack. And what do we want to do? Next turn we could potentially play Jareth, which would... seems like it'd be pretty good. Here, I think we just pass the turn. We could cycle the Spark Spray now. Actually, I'm going to do that. Because I'd rather... Okay. I was going to say, if we get like a bolt, I'd rather just bolt the Devorian now, as opposed to having to use the Parallax Wave with it. We will wait till he goes into combat, and he's going to. So We'll go ahead and remove it. Gigapede. 6/1 Shroud. If it's in your graveyard, you can discard a card and return to your hand. This card's pretty good. Our Parallax Wave isn't going to be around for too much longer, which is something to note. Alright, so here we definitely attack. And then I'm not sure if I want to play the Jareth, because we won't have the white up to give it protection. I'm mostly just worried about like a control magic type effect, which would basically just completely put us out of this game. But if we play Mistmoon Griffin, we can cycle the Renewed Faith. Oh, you know what? Well, we also have Parallax Wave up for an additional turn. So if he does have a way to target Jareth, we can remove the last counter and save our Jareth, which I think is what we want to do. We'll attack. And we'll play Jareth. Sweet. Alright. Let's see what our opponent does. It's gonna play a Kenai even, which is fine. It does stop our Gust Cloak Carrier, but we have the Carvex Torch if we want to use it on that. It's got the Basking Rootwalla. Okay, so Parallax Wave sticks around for another turn, but we can't use it anymore. Alright, Radiance Judgment cannot kill Gigapede because it has Shroud. What do we want to do here? I think we definitely should be attacking. The question is whether we want to leave Jareth back on defense because it's, you know, basically unkillable as a blocker, or whether we just want to kind of jam it in there because we have more life. Alright, I think the first thing I'm going to do is cycle this Renewed Faith. I want to see what all my options are. Okay. Goblin Settler's interesting. I kind of just want to play the Goblin Settler and kill and destroy one of his islands just to set him back another turn. Is that a winning strategy? It also would mean we couldn't leave a white up for Jareth.
You should keep white open for Jareth.
Thanks, Erica.
You went to Jareth's.
I don't like the idea of just passing here. I feel like we gotta continually get in damage, especially in the air. Yeah, I have no idea.
Swing.
I can only swing with this. Only swing with Jareth. Alright, swinging doesn't seem like an option. I'm just going to pass the turn. It seems a little bit counterintuitive to what I want to be doing, winning the game. But I think that our board position is enough better. Even when the Parallax Wave allows his guys to come back and play, which is what's going to happen now, I think we're still going to be in a pretty good board position. I think I will cycle this Radiance Judgment, though, now. We have the additional planes, so we'll be able to play with all of our spells pretty much and keep the mana open to give Jareth protection. Alright, so he's got a Corson Vorin and Aquamipa. Alright, so here I think we just gotta kill Okay. Well, Corson Voreen is going to kill our Gust. Okay. He has all of his mana open as well. All right, we're gonna start off by trying to kindle his Corson Voreen. See what happens. Yeah, right now his attacks are pretty bad, so looks like he's gonna just allow that to happen. We will play a Miss Moon Griffin. See what he says about that. And we're just gonna pass the turn. Kenai even is holding our Gust Cloak Harrier back, but we have the Karvik Torch if we want to, if we really want to kill it. All right. Factor Fiction. All right. So what do we say here? We really don't want him to have this Elephant Guide. I don't think. So you can put it on his Kenai even. That seems pretty good. Corson Tusker is also pretty good. I think that this seems fair. Corson Tusker is good, but it's not insane. Elephant Guide on either Kenai even, basically on Kenai even, or Gigapede Shroud, so it cannot. We're gonna try it like this. I always think it's insanely difficult to pick the correct pile, but he took Elephant Guide in one forest. So he took the pile with less cards, which is what you want to do. If they picked the pile with fewer cards, then you made the correct play. All right. So this dies from the top creature card of your graveyard to the battlefield. So if Miss Moon Griffin dies, we get back Chartooth Cougar. It's the only creature in our graveyard, but it's not that good on this board. I think we'd rather just have the flyers, so I think we'll just go ahead and take 5 here. We're at 18, so it's not really that big of a deal. All right. What would we like to do here? Okay. So, as long as we can survive next turn, we can deal 4 in the air this turn, puts them to 10. Next turn we can give Jareth protection from green and white and swing in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the Karvik Torch. As long as it's on the stack, spells the target cost 2 more to cast. Alright. I think I'm just gonna swing in the air with the 2 flyers, and then we'll play a Goblin Settler just as a kind of chump blocker. And if he does anything silly like tries to reverse Akamoeba's power and toughness, we have the Spark Spray to kill it. 2, 3, 4. And he has fewer islands, so I'm just going to destroy the island. I could have killed the Root Waller right then, too. Perhaps I should have done that? I'm not sure. It just doesn't seem like that much of a threat. Though I think here he probably does kind of try to swing in with everything. We'll see what happens. We're at 13, so if we can block the Gigapede, we take 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Yeah, definitely gonna block here. And you can only do this ability once each turn. So if he tries to do the ability, we can Spark Spray it, and he can't put another one in the stack. We'll try that. And it means our Goblin Settler has another turn to hang out and
Do goblin things?
do goblin things. Thanks, Erica. My girlfriend is just sitting in the same room, eating some delicious Indian food that I wish I was also eating. Alright, so we're down to 9. But I feel pretty good about our board position right here, so... What do we want to do here? Okay, so we have... so he does have enough... If the card in his hand is exactly Counterspell, he can Counterspell our Karvik's Torch and pay the 2 mana to actually target it. Huh. We could kind of send off the torch first. Right, we can do the torch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then send Jarathan to do the last 4. Alright, I like that play. Wait, hold on. Card for 6. Yeah, there we go. Do it with this guy. We could also do it to the Keen-Eye Aven. And then just swing in with the flyers as well. But I like this play better. Alright. We'll try to give him Pro Blue. And swing in. Yeah, turns out Jareth is pretty good. We do have to watch our time. We're down to 13 minutes. Something to consider. He did have 2 elephant guides, so maybe a Seal of Cleansing would be good against him. I'm trying to think of other cards he could potentially have in green-blue that we would want just return Artifact or Enchantment against. Well, we have plenty of ways to deal with the creature, and plenty of ways to exile the creature. We have Exile, Parallax Wave. Yeah, until I see, if I see one other card, then I think I would bring it in. But as is right now, I don't love doing that. Sand is fine. It's got a good mix of spells and lands. It'd be better if it was 2 plains in a mountain versus 2 mountains and a plains, but that's fine. Okay. Try to... Alright. I think we'll probably just end up getting smashed for 3 here. I think maybe I should have played the mountain to represent the Spark Spray, because he saw it the first game, so there's a chance he might play around it. Alright, well, now we'll see what happens. Alright, he's going to pay it, so I'm definitely going to kill this creature. That's pretty sweet. Alright, we have the plains, so we'll just play the Guskull Carrier. It seems like the best route to victory against the kind of green-blue madness decks is to just get in the air with flying creatures. Opponent has an Ernan Jin, which we might just end up afterlifing at some point, or potentially Karavek's Torching. I'm not really sure. Since Afterlife is an instant, we will wait to see if he tries to put an Elephant Guide or something on his creature, since we since we saw a bunch of those type of effects from him. Do it. Do it. Pay the 1 more mana. I think our opponent heard us through the screen. And our opponent just didn't attack, which is interesting. I mean, essentially he's playing around Exile instead of Afterlife, which is fine with me. I'll find just kind of take my time and smash him in the air for 2. It's a forest-walking, flying Gustclow carrier. Yeah, I mean, I could play the Terrorist Faithful here. I kind of like just keeping the Afterlife open, though. I mean, he's going to Factor Fiction the end of his turn. Alright, we don't really care about Brindleshote. Most of our guys... Well, I mean, it seems like the ground's going to get gummed up pretty bad anyways. We played first, so we don't know whether he missed a land drop or not. I think we'll give him Brindleshote and 2 lands versus Forest Repel. Here. Like that. Alright, so it looks like he took the Repel and 1 land. So once again we made the correct pick, it feels like. Cloud of Fairies, okay. Cloud of Fairies is fine. Aquamupa is fine. And our opponent, once again, elects not to attack. We're fine on land, so we don't really need to cycle Chartooth Cougar. So we're going to Repel. So we can put a creature on top of our library. I wonder whether I want to play Terrorist Faithful here. It means that he won't play around Exile anymore with his Urnham Djinn. But, I mean, he just repelled this guy, I guess. I'm not really sure what we want to do. I kind of like just keeping mana open for Afterlife. Yes, I'm going to do once again at the end of his turn. Alright, he's switching in power and toughness to play an Arrogant Worm. Okay. I really wish I had another Spark Spray to just really just punish him here. It's too bad.
Life is hard.
It is. I'm going to pause just for 1 second. Alright, so our opponent attacks us. Alright, I think we need to send out, use this Afterlife at this point. We'll kill the Djinn. It's possible we should kill the Arrogant Worm, but Arrogant Worm is a little bit easier for us to kill with Karavic's Torch. So it's a thing. It's worth noting. Could repel our guy here. That'd be pretty good. There's a Coruscant Wolverine. Okay. It's also pretty good. What do I like doing here? Alright, we have 7 mana. We can... I mean, really... I would just prefer to not trade the Vorian for Gustcloak. I could play Chartooth Cougar. It would stop most of his ground attacks, but he has the Repel, so that seems less good. We play Miss Moon Griffin. And just leave it as a blocker, and then we could cycle the Chartooth Cougar. Alright, I kind of like that. Let's do that. We need to make sure we don't randomly die here, but we also have the Terrace Faithful, which is a card. Yeah, play the Miss Moon Griffin. Probably just swing with everything. Yep. He's gonna. Alright. Just gonna use that. Okay. We'll allow that to happen. And we will do this, yeah. He'll probably repel the Griffin here. That's what I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah. We are pretty dead this game. Alright, so we definitely play the land. We have 3... Alright, so we play Miss Moon Griffin and we play Terrace Faithful. Does that keep us alive? I think it keeps us alive. 2, 3, 4... Terrace Faithful. Miss Moon Griffin. I don't think we can afford to attack in the air here, so unfortunately. We're still a little bit away from killing him with Karavek's Torch as well, which is unfortunate because that's how I was hoping to win this game. Alright, so provoking this guy. I think we block here. I mean, this guy's trample, so the blocks aren't great by any stretch. And if he wants to... Alright, yeah, I think... Oh, okay. This has to block this. And this blocks here. And we'll take 4. Okay. Terrace must block Crescentvorian. Okay, yes. You can block Crescentvorian. This will block here. And we'll be okay. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're down to 4, so it's kind of a precarious position to be in, for sure. And he has 2 flyers to block our 2 flyers. Alright, what is he doing? Playing Gigapede. That's pretty good. That's not so good. Huh. Alright, so we're at 4. I think we have to kill someone with Karavek's Torch here. The best bet seems to be kill the Arrogant Worm. It's either the Arrogant Worm or the Crescentvorian, but I think it's the Arrogant Worm. We'll hit it for 4. Okay. We're definitely on the back foot here. We're also low on time, which is unfortunate. If we are able to survive this attack, burning of Zinyu is going to be insane. Alright, he's provoking this guy. That's fine. Okay. So this has to block here. This has to block. This can block here. And then this will block here. I'm not sure if that's as good at blocks or not. You could have all sorts of madness stuff going on. Choose 2 cards that we put in their owner's graveyards. All right. This is tough. Okay. Aftershock. The Aftershock I don't think is going to do it here. We can kill this guy, but our blocks are horrible. So we go 2-1. Okay. So I don't know if we can win a game in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But we're going to try. I think if I were our opponent, I'd probably just try to... I don't know, 5 minutes for a red-white control deck to win? It's going to be kind of tough. I think there are a lot of decisions to make, and I'm wondering whether we should take anything out. But I don't really know. Yeah, I'd like to play first. This is a hand. I would not like to mulligan. Okay. Well, F6. We're going to cycle the Forgotten Cave on his turn since we have 2 mountains already. Okay. Alright, that's a card. F6. We'll probably just cycle this Renewed Faith. There's no real reason for us to not do that. Alright, he's got the Cloud of Fairies. Cloud of Fairies doesn't seem very good in his deck, but, you know, that's okay. Cycle this. Yes. Okay. Do this. If he tries to equip it with anything, we will cycle Solar Blast and kill it. That would be pretty sweet. But as is, we'll probably just take the 1 damage. Just to make sure he's not going to play anything else that has 1 toughness. Alright, we will... I want to cycle a Solar Blast. Yes. I'm trying to play this one relatively quickly since we played the Spirit Mirror here. And F6 to turn. Yeah, it's definitely not an enjoyable thing to be at 3 minutes when our opponent has 15. And of course, our opponent has the Arrogant Worm. We do have the Radiance Judgment though, which is going to be pretty good. Okay. The question is whether I Judgment it now or later, and we will Judgment it now. Cast it. I don't know whether that's correct or not. Probably is not. We're gonna block Aquamoeba basically all day though. We can't F6 here because we want to keep up Spark Spray, which is unfortunate. Okay, we don't want to cycle it now. We will play a Mist Moon Griffin. 2, 3. Mist Moon. And we'll attack. Sure. Kill this guy. Alright. It's putting up lots of obstacles for us. It's unfortunate. Alright. We will... I think we're just going to Carrix Torch it. 3, 4. That's for too much, but that's okay. Attack with both of our guys. Our opponent does have 5 cards in hand, which is a lot. We're definitely not playing like the control deck because we just need to smash. Yeah. Oh, he's got the Djinn. It's fine. Alright, and we have Jareth, which is pretty amazing. After drawing that, I feel like there's a potential for us to win this game, which is... I want to keep up... Did I pay too many? I totally did. I paid not enough. Okay. I was gonna try to keep up Kindle, but that's not happening. Alright. We also can't F6 his turn because we need to keep up Jareth. It's fine. Don't care about that. Alright, we have another flyer. Alright, we just gotta go all in on Jareth here. You can pro blue. Pro green. Yeah, we're definitely pretty short in time. We have some flyers, and we have him, if he doesn't play a flyer, he's dead on board, which is pretty awesome.
Yahoo!
I was really not feeling great about this game, but it seems like we might actually get there. We also have a Kindle if he plays a flyer that is less than 3 power. Or we also have the Kindle to deal 2 damage to him, depending on how he blocks. So it's also a thing. He's putting another Elephant Guide on his Aquamoeba. I will block all day. So Aquamoeba still is not a trample, so it's fine. I get another reflection back during my upkeep. Alright, so our opponent is dead on the board. He could have Repel, and that would prevent him from being dead. But that's okay. We will just go for the kill here, because we don't really have much of a choice. And actually Repel doesn't save him, because he can't target Jareth, he can only target one of the flyers. Yeah. So he's going to take 5, and then we will... Kindle him. You know, actually, it's funny to Spark Spray him. 1. Wow.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that match was pretty insane.
Bunch of Jareths.
Being at such a low time is definitely kind of terrifying, but yeah, I'll tell. Well, our opponent didn't say good game to us, so I usually wait till they say it. But I'll say thanks for the games. They really were good games. And we'll pause, and then we'll go to round two in just a minute.